Game time, Brian. Your name's staying the icon. You need a way to the fire. Lady with hammer stills gunned in the living room. Just a mailbag full, delivering letters. Now I'm dropping that fuel from the 9 to 5 to the Cowboys grind. Turn my voice into a platform. Game time, Brian. Every snap, every play, break it all down. Blue and silver pride, yeah, I rep this town. From the news to the rumors, every hot debate. If it's Cowboys talk, man, I'm never late. They say America's team, yeah, the name holds weight. 5 rings deep, and we still chase 8. No matter win or lose, I stay locked in. Every game day is game time again. Game time, Brian, put the star in the sky. Talking about the boys till the day I die. From the mail route grind to the YouTube fame. Now the whole world knows my name. Tune in, lock in, yeah, we going live. Cowboys Nation, yeah, we ride or die. Opinions fly, but the passion stays. Every day's game time. Press play. Dak takes the snap, Micah on the chase. Talking O-line, defense, who's making the plays? Trades, rumors, draft picks too. If it's Cowboys news, then you know I come through. No network scripts, just a fan with a voice. Doing this my way, yeah, that's my choice. Breaking it down for the real, no cap. If you're riding for the star, then you know where we at. They say America's team, yeah, the name holds weight. 5 rings deep and we still chase 8. No matter win or lose, I stay locked in. Every damn day, it's game time again. Yeah, top run, put the star in the sky. Talking about the boys till the day I die. From the mail rail grind to the YouTube fame. Now the whole world knows my name. Tune in, lock in, yeah, we going live. Cowboys Nation, yeah, we ride or die. Opinions fly, but the passion stays. Every day's game time. Press play.
Leg nights, early mornings. Yeah, I built this up. Did it for the fans, never just for luck. One video turned into something real. Now Cowboys Nation.
It's about us, it's about this team. 1, 2, 3, win. You gotta go have fun, baby.
The atmosphere was amazing. The crowd was amazing.
When adversity hits, you hit back, man. You guys kick ass today. Another movie produced by me.
Watching my dog go crazy, pretty sure he enjoyed it.
You got all of us out there. You can't guard all of us.
C. Lamb for a touchdown. Yeah. Javante touchdown. Yeah. Fergie for a touchdown. Yeah.
It's a blessing to be out there with those guys.
Malik Davis, 43 on the field. Brandon Auburn, big field. Oh.
That man's a goal.
You stack these days, you stack these wins. I'm so proud of the men in this room. You guys made it! Wow, man! Who's got a sack? Hey! Can you like a sack? Hey! First sack, first a minute. Stay tuned. Wait, just sack? Yeah! Come on, play with a
Thankful heart, and you got to show it, being able to come out here and serve others.
Well, you can get a hug. Look, hugs go around.
What's up? Give me a hug. There we go. Perfect.
Oh. Merry Christmas to all my beautiful people out there. We got Santa in the house. Hey! Cowboys win. Let's go.
There's still work to be done. A legacy I want to lay the groundwork for.
The heartbeat of this football team is different. I will fight with you guys anytime, any place.
We can only do so much alone, but together, we're a hell of a group.
We're building a monster.
Well, good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Let me pause this. Good evening, everybody. Game time, Brian, here on a Tuesday evening. Yes, a Tuesday evening. As we sit here, we are literally, we are 16 days away from right this second. I would imagine that the commissioner will have the first pick. It's a little bit after 8 o'clock. He'll have the first pick in his hand. Maybe would have already have read the first pick. Probably not. But we know that the pick is in for the Las Vegas Raiders. We know that it's going to be Fernando Mendoza. Again, no surprises here. The only surprise is what we're all waiting on is Dallas going to be proactive or reactive into the draft, or are they going to fall back into their conservative ways? And not to say it's right or wrong, I do believe Caleb Downs will be near us. I originally thought he'd be there at 12. I think somebody's going to, telling you, I agree with a few of the pundits out there. I think somebody will trade up to 11 with Miami. There are teams in this first round that are dying to move down. Again, we've heard Arizona Cardinals to 3 makes a lot of sense. Dallas can't afford to go up that high. Let's be real. I would say the Cleveland Browns, as of yesterday, made a statement saying we probably won't be picking at 6. They're looking to back up. Now, let's talk about some of the teams that are possibly going to move up. Well, in my opinion, you have to watch out for a team like the Rams, a team like the Minnesota Vikings, a team like the Carolina Panthers, a team like the Philadelphia Eagles, teams that are proactive in these type situations. I don't care if we sit at 12, but don't expect you to have a clear-cut pick at that point. You could be looking at a McCoy. I want them to be proactive people, whether that's going up to 6 or working the draft. And if that means you got to make a move from 12 to 11 because other teams are in the mix trying to get up ahead of you to get Caleb Downs, Ohio State safety, a top 3 player in this draft, I would say the safest pick in this draft, if you ask me. That, I would say Miami offensive lineman Malangoa. Those 2 guys are probably the 2 safest picks in this whole draft. So that's where I would want to go. I want to be proactive, but we're going to discuss before we get into the mock drafts as the Flyers score yet another goal. Possible scenarios at we did see it's going around that Downs may be there at 12. I still don't believe. I think he makes it to 11, and teams try and jump us like everybody always does. A dream scenario would be Downs at 12 and Messidor at 20. Now, I would be thrilled with Messidor. He doesn't seem like a Dallas Cowboy type of guy. I don't think we've drafted a guy as old as Messidor since Terrence Newman back in the day, who Bill Parcells wanted no part of Terrence Newman, yet he played almost 20 years in the league. He was 25 as well when he came out of the draft. So don't be scared about the age. COVID and years immediately following COVID, everybody was staying in college. I don't blame them. But before I go any further, let's welcome in everybody. We got Hallie Pierce, Loyal Cowboy, and Dan the Man. Good evening, everybody.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I was imitating Momo. I don't think we're going.
Sorry.
I don't see us moving up or down. I just think we're going to stick what we have. It's my gut feeling.
Well, listen. If we're stuck with a certain scenario, that dreaded scenario where you're looking at Fano, a wide receiver, McCoy, if that's what we're looking at, and we have to reach for an edge rusher, or we have to reach for a corner like Avion Terrell at 12. I know they like him, or a Messidor at 12. Again, those are reaches. That's all I would say. Let me ask you this, Loyal, before we get to Dan. If they stick and pick an offensive tackle, at that point, it would probably be the third tackle taken off the board. Would you be okay with that?
Absolutely.
You would. Okay.
I just don't think Tyler Guyton fits.
But I mean, the tackles that are on the board there are not like the offensive linemen in this year's drafts are not, outside of the Miami Hurricane linemen, they're not absolute can't miss guys. So, but Dan the man, what's your thought?
Well, I think if you look at this draft in general, it's just not a very good draft as far as the offensive players go. It is a deep class for defensive players, which we do need to get. If Caleb Downs is the pick at number 12, I think it would be the safest pick. But I also do think that Mesidor at 20 would also be an interesting pick as well, because like you said, game time, we haven't had an edge rush, like a player that was older since Terrence Newman that we haven't drafted. So I think in that sense, it would make a lot of sense for us to get Downs and Mesidor. But I'm still high on Mansour Delane out of LSU, and I still think we can get Jacob Rodriguez or somebody like Anthony Hill Jr. to fill in linebacker. That's what I think.
Yeah. Again, when you dig into guys like Rodriguez, and that's why I do want to talk about the two guys that are on my thumbnail. If Dallas does stick and pick at 12 and at 20, some of the guys that are going to be there at 20, I want to talk about. I got a couple of short videos I'm going to play for each guy. But you brought up Jacob Rodriguez. We love Jacob Rodriguez. And now you're seeing more and more that he is one of the shortest when you count arm length in recent history at the linebacker spot, Dan. He's good coming downhill. When he has to drop back into coverage, that's an issue for Jacob Rodriguez. And my only thing is, I love the player, Dan. I do. But we have to, the dreaded scheme fit, right? What kind of linebackers did Christian Parker like? Well, he liked the Zach Bond. Zach Bond, who is a taller, athletic guy. As a matter of fact, in the game against us, Bond dropped back and broke up an easy pass because of his length. So, I would hope that we would go out and get a Brooks and then maybe get somebody later in the draft, maybe round 3 linebacker. I would be happy with that. I don't know that Rodriguez ultimately fits for us for what he wants to do. I love the player. So if they took him, that would be great. But if we're going to be honest here, certain players just don't fit what we're trying to do. I don't even know that Messidor fits what we're trying to do. Like when Broada said that, they would take Messidor at 12 in the possible, worst case scenario, I kind of was like surprised happily, because I'm like, I like the player. If we're looking at scheme fits, you got to look at guys like Keldrick Falk and guys like TJ Parker. That's what you may see at 20. Now, I would be deathly afraid of Keldrick Falk. I'm just going to say it. 6'6" beast who doesn't get to the quarterback, right? Not very explosive. Had a so-so year, and I'll play a video on them a little later. We'll get into it. But what's up, Joe D? How you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing okay. We're 16 days away. We'll do some mock drafts in a little bit, but we're 16 days away, and we're just interested. It's just an interesting time because you're hearing rumors. I do believe Dallas will be proactive, everybody. I do believe. I actually disagree with Loyal. I think they will try and move up and get one of their guys. I think they would be, I think you have to. They know the picks before we do. They're going to know, right? I think the draft, what's nice about this year's draft is you're going to know early on if it's going chalk, if indeed Arizona does try and trade down or maybe stick and pick an offensive lineman, Malangoa? Will Tennessee take the running back? You know, we need to somehow have Caleb Downs fall to 12, and more mock drafts are saying in recent history, Derwin James dropped, Kyle Hamilton dropped.
Right.
Most of
Malachi
these
Starks last year.
Malachi
Yeah.
Starks last year. Most of these guys will drop beyond 12. So it's not far fetched. My only issue is everybody knows, right? That number 11 spot, Miami, is a spot that if you need a safety, maybe Minnesota jumps in front of us. And everybody's assuming they're going Thieneman. Maybe they jump ahead of us to get the best. If he's that close to them, maybe they go from 18 to 11. What would it cost to go from 12 to 11? That's what I wonder. You know, how would you be willing to give a pickup to move up one spot to get Caleb Downs, Joe DeMasi?
If it's not next year, I would. I just want to keep all my next year picks because we only have one because of
Well, I'm
Quinnen.
saying it would. I mean, let's just say
But
it's this year, right?
I would if it was for like 105. I think is our fourth.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at it right now, everybody, and the 12 is worth 11 is worth 1250, and 12 is worth 1200. Now, just keep in mind the only reason you would do that is that another team's trying to jump up ahead of you, right? So it's not just 50 points you're going to have to make up. 50 points is literally a bottom of the round fourth. That's what 50 points is. Just looking at like we draft 112. That's 70 points. So let's just say it would cost us 112 to go up one spot. That is something you have to seriously. Now, you're going to be on the phone. You're going to be on the phone with Miami, and they're going to say, we got multiple offers. If you give us 12 and 112, as opposed to them dropping to 18 and getting maybe, I don't know. I mean, 112 may not be enough. If Minnesota's moving up, maybe they're going to give a third-round pick, to move up 6. I don't really know. I would have to see how that math works. But, I'm thinking you're going to have to give up 112 this year, which means you would have, you would have 20. So you would get your guy down. You would still have 20, and then you would have 92, and then you wouldn't have anything until 5th round. So that's the issue, everybody. How bad do you want Caleb Downs? I think he'll be there. Let me get to the chat real quick here. We got a nice group of people in here. Jimbo says, have you seen the report about Rossini and Vrabel that just broke the New York Post? You can't make this up. They're holding hands, getting cozy instead of Arizona. Not surprising at all. Not surprising. Jimbo, yo, game time. Have you seen the report? Oh, I just read it. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Jimbo. Yes. Nothing surprises me. Nothing surprises me at all. Mike Vrabel getting cozy with Diana Rossini. Good for him. Hey, who am I?
Good for Coach Mike.
Big Mike. Is he married though? I don't know. That would be an issue if he's married. If he's not married, then Thanks, Jimbo. Thanks, brother. So that's where I'm at. Jesse, good evening. I know you're on the bus. How are you? Just nod. There you go. Hallie, what are you thinking about that? Like, what do you think about that?
You're muted.
Yeah, she knows.
I think she's doing something.
Dan.
No, I have to answer later till my daughter calms down.
Okay. Dan the man. What do you think about moving from 12 to 11 to secure Downs? Now, you're going to get a call from Miami, and Miami is going to tell you or say, listen, we're on the phone with Minnesota and Carolina. This is what's going on. I'm not giving 92, but, that's just me, right? But, I mean, maybe 112, maybe.
I mean, if you're going to give, can you give us Jordan Brooks while you're at it? You give us 11th and Brooks, and you can have the 12th and the 112th pick. Why not? If you want to play hardball, that's how you're gonna.
Well, how about this then? How about 92, 12 and 92 for Brooks and 11? There you go. I like that.
Ooh,
I'll take
I
that.
like that.
I'll take that.
You
in a
know,
heartbeat.
I mean,
I always said, Brian, I would do 20 because they have 30. I would do 20 for their 30 and Brooks.
yeah. See, those are the type of
And then the
trades.
115.
Those are the type of trades I like because, you know, you're not really losing much, which is why I really like that Cleveland trade. And I understand what everybody's saying, and I think Dallas would be more inclined to do what you're saying and stay within the first round and get that fifth-year option. You know how much they love to use, let these contracts go out. So to your point, I think they would like that better than me saying go up to 6 to absolutely get maybe even an edge rusher, right, and then get 39 in return. But I like that. I mean, they have 30, so... Yeah, so repeat that again. You're saying
I would give them 20.
Okay.
And maybe 112 for 30 and Brooks.
That would be a good trade right there.
Yeah.
I'll take
Or even I would maybe even consider 92 as well. I just think Brooks is such a good player. You have to try to get him.
I think
you know what
92
I mean?
has to be involved in that.
Yeah, probably does.
So you're saying stick and pick at 12 then?
Yeah.
All right.
But I know that's a hot one because I don't know who's going to be there at 12. I think Downs may be there at 12.
Maybe.
I think Bain could be there at 12.
I don't see Bain anymore. I just don't anymore. But there is something per Broadus. It's funny you bring that up. You reminded me. Something is going to drop everybody regarding Bain out of Miami. He has something off the field. I don't know this. I don't know the severity. If anybody has heard, please put it in the comments or please say it. But everybody's being hush-hush about it. You saw what happened to the edge rusher that I really like that's in jail right now from last year's draft. Help me out, Joe. Who am I thinking of? The edge rusher from Tennessee, James Pierce. Oh,
yeah,
I just thought of it.
Yeah, I liked him at 12 too, to be honest.
Yeah, James Pierce. I don't know if he's in jail, but he was arrested. Domestic violence. It's not looking good. I don't know what's up with Bain Jr. I'm not saying it's that, but something is going on that they have found. And you know how these things work. It could be a gas mask situation. It could be one of anything. It could be anything. So I don't know. But stay tuned on that. Bain was the guy drawing the double team, not Messidor. Bain was the pain in the ass headache. I love Messidor. Don't get me wrong. He's still, listen, in the pros, he's going to have plenty of one-on-ones. But Bain, make no mistake, was the guy that they were concerned about. So we'll see what happens with that. You know, you saw the Eagles, you get lucky. A few years ago with Jalen Carter, my number one overall player in the draft. And something happened with some off the field concerns. You got to
gauge to Georgia.
Yeah, you got to gauge what's going on and how real of an issue it is. Anytime you hear domestic violence, I would shy away from that. But anything else, marijuana these days is no big deal. Like the whole gas mask thing would not be a big deal in this day in this landscape. Laramie Tunsil, it would not be. It just all depends what's going to come out. So that'll be interesting. What's up, Twiz? How are you, brother?
I just noticed, man, you're getting your beard grow in.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow this as best as I can, Loyal. I'm trying.
Looks good, buddy.
Yes, appreciate it.
Is this your first attempt at growing one?
No, I'm actually got a pack going on with the buddies that I'm on with the other show. So yeah.
I'm gonna play a video of a guy. Now, let's just say we get down to 12, that's great, or whatever we do. My thing is this, if everything goes the way it could go, you're looking at McCoy, Avion Terrell, Messidor, a wide receiver, Spencer Fano, Dylan Thieneman, which I don't think Dallas is in on. That's what you're looking at if if we get wiped out. So in that scenario, they may take Messidor, but I want to discuss a couple edge rushers before we get into the mock drafts. Eagles are linked to both of these players as well. It's kind of interesting. But brought to you by the 2-minute drill. I like what they do. I'm going to show you a clip on Keldrick Falk. We'll watch it. It's only 2 minutes, and then we will talk about said player.
Heading into the season, Auburn's Keldrick Falk was touted as one of the projected top prospects for this class and a potentially game-wrecking edge rusher, but a disappointing 2025 campaign now leaves his status and stock in limbo. Let's do our best to assess it here on this 2-minute drill. The first thing to notice to his advantage and is consistently finding ways to maintain his ground at the point of attack with a natural ability to overwhelm his blocker thanks to his play strength and notable explosiveness snap and get away with his natural traits in order to either impact the quarterback in the backfield or make his way to the ball carrier and limit the overall yards on the carry. Auburn utilized Falk as both a stand-up rusher, down lineman, and even at 5 tech thanks to his natural ability to control ground at the line of scrimmage, and that added element of versatility will help him find ways to contribute as he grows in other departments to produce to the level expected out of first-round edge rushers in the NFL. In the summer, wasn't capitalized on and improved upon ahead of the season. There's still plenty of reason to buy into the hype, but Falk has work to do to warrant the draft value that he'll command. For pro comparison, I think Falk is similar to Zadarius Smith, who spent time with plenty of teams in his NFL career, but is most known for the time spent with the Ravens and Packers. Smith was a hybrid defensive lineman in college thanks to his size, play strength, and run defense, but moved into a more traditional edge role at the NFL level and used his combination of traits and upside to eventually become a very talented defensive player in the league. Falk may be able to reach that level of play a little sooner in a league that prioritizes pass rushing so much, but I think the skill set implement. I'm also bought in for Falk to make it work in the league because I think there are enough boxes that he checks right away to remain a part of his team's rotation while he grows and develops as a pass rusher with live reps early on in his career. Falk may no longer be a projected top pick like he was to start the season, but there is still plenty of reason to buy in. And that?
All right, so Keldrick Falk, let me go. Oh, he's not here. Dan the Man, your thoughts on Keldrick Falk? Again, your thoughts on the player.
The player is okay and everything like that, but I think it would be too much of a reach for him at 20 because it just feels like
that's where he's going to go. If he don't go 20, he's going to go 20. He's going to go between 20 and 30. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, at least somewhere around there. But I just don't think Dallas needs to look at him. If they're going to go get an edge rusher in this draft, they need to consider about either Malachi Lawrence out of UCF or somebody like Zion Young out of Missouri. Yeah. Those two guys in general are probably the cream of the crop.
I like Malachi Lawrence. I'm out on Young just because I'm not a big fan of his. Not much of anything. I looked more into him, and I know a lot of people are down. I don't think he's going until the mid-second round, so that would be crazy. I mean, obviously, you would have Messidor over all these.
Well, I mean, I'm just giving out a scenario where if Messidor does get picked ahead of us, I think it would be the best option as far as, I would pick those two players over T.J. Parker and Kendrick Falk. That's what I believe.
Yeah. My thing is this, a Keldrick Falk is going to fit with what Christian Parker wants to do. Look, they're kind of like a 4-eye, multiple position type of guy. Again, this is the worst case scenario if Dallas, let's say, has to take a McCoy or an Avion Terrell at 12. I just want to remind everybody. I know we had a hamstring, but Avion Terrell, the corner out of Clemson, who a lot of people love, Dallas, supposedly really likes, ran 2 plus 4.6 yard, 40-yard dashes. Again, he had a hamstring issue, whatever tightness. He doesn't play that slow. Does that, like a guy like an Avion Terrell, does that bother you that he doesn't run a 4.4? I mean, he ran over a 4.6.
I mean, running a 4.4 4.6 is kind of pretty bad as far as DB speed goes, because usually most of the times defensive backs run like a 4.3 or a 4.2, depending on how fast you are. But I mean, if he has a hamstring issue, I don't want any part of Avion.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, he's going to be he's high on a lot of people's boards. He's a very physical. He will fit perfect in the nickel and slot. He's a perfect guy. He doesn't play slow, but I'm just telling you, he ran not well, but he supposedly has a hamstring. So why he would have ran, I don't know. But there's the first player on the thumbnail, Keldrick Falk. I am scared to death about a Keldrick Falk. I think the Eagles are possibly in on him as well because of the multiple positions he could play. The next guy and the last guy that I want to touch on tonight is T.J. Parker. Again, by the 2-minute drill. I'll probably have to delete this afterwards. I'm getting an alert, but whatever. We're gonna run with it. This is T.J. Parker, who I like better than Falk. Still an interesting player.
When prospects not in this 2-minute drill. Hopes are high for T.J. Parker heading into 2025, with many mocks having him as a top 5 pick before the season. However, everything for Clemson fell apart, including Parker's draft stock. It's easy to see why he was initially ranked so high. He comes in at 6'4" and to surprise defensive tackles for quick wins to blow up plays. However, Parker needs to develop some counter. He stalls out far too often. He also needs to switch up his moves more often. Tackles are able to defend against his moves due to their predictability. Parker also isn't the bendiest or helps him tremendously. He's able to control his gap and keep tackles off his chest to make plays on the running back. He's able to use his length to generate power, knocking linemen back and constricting backfield space. Parker does run into trouble when he drifts his hands too high and can't disengage to make a stop. His lack of burst is noticeable here too. He doesn't have the range to make backside tackles or pursuit stops. For a pro comparison, T.J. Parker reminds me of Marshawn Kneeland. Both were powerful edge rushers whose main calling card was their run defense, but was limited by their burst and bend as pass rushers. Kneeland played against worse competition and had injury concerns, which caused him to be taken later in round 2. Parker's stock should be higher playing the ACC as a multi-year starter. For draft range, I have a second-round grade on Parker. His power and run defense gives him a solid foundation, but I'm not convinced he has the ceiling they look for out of a first-round edge player. He profiles best as an edge 2 who can hold, contain, collapse the pocket while helping raise the floor of your run defense. Despite being so refined, Parker still has room to grow and has the natural power to eventually ascend to being an edge 1. With the talent in this draft, I wouldn't be surprised if he snuck in to the end of round 1.
All right. There it is, everybody. There's my 2 breakdown. Shout out to the 2-minute drill. I have reached out to them, see if they want to do some stuff, but your thoughts, anybody and everybody, not just for the Cowboys, but anybody else. These are players that have high ceilings, but are project players in a draft where there's only 14, 15, 16 first-round graded players. So when he says second round, he really means second round. But in reality, Dan, there's only, let's say, 15 first-round graded players. Everybody else. This is why I said, Dan, from 15 to 40, you're drafting the same player. You literally are. You literally are. It's just, what flavor do you like, and like what size do you like? You know how that's what it comes down to. A very interesting draft. People say it's a bad draft. It just lacks the blue chip at the top. There's a lot of talent. You have to find it. You have to find it. What's your thoughts on T.J. Parker?
T.J. Parker is another guy that's probably going to be around in that second round grade area as well. I just don't think T.J. would be better suited for us just because of the fact, like the video said, he's going to be just like a Marshawn Kneeland. I really don't need another Marshawn Kneeland type of player. If I'm going to get an edge rusher, I need an edge rusher that's going to be big and fast enough to get off the ground and get to the quarterback.
Yeah, I agree with Lloyd. He says he would take Parker over Falk. I agree with that. I don't know that they will. Again, I don't know, man. This is this is what I was telling you about, Dan, and everybody else. My fear is if you sit back and are reactive in the draft, okay, if you are reactive, then you could get a couple guys that may have big ceilings, and a McCoy who may not be ready to play week 1, because that's what we're hearing, right? And a TJ Parker or a Keldrick Falk. How much better are you really to start the season with those two players? Do you guys see where I'm going with this? It's like, be proactive and go get yourself one of the studs, right? If you're not, then trade the pick for a Max Crosby. Now, let me ask you this. Would you, let's say, pick number 20 and next year's second, Dan, for Max Crosby? Or TJ Parker, and you keep your next year's 20?
Well, I'll obviously take Max Crosby over TJ Parker any day of the week. It's just the thing is that I want to keep my future picks because of this draft next year.
I got you, but when you have your window, who was going to help you at 20? It's a real question. Everybody say, "Oh, you got 2 first-round picks." If they're not going to help you, TJ Parker or a Keldrick Falk are not game breakers. To me, you need a guy who can beat his opponent ahead of him and get to the quarterback. Rashawn Gary he doesn't have a lot of moves. He's more of a power rusher. He plays with speed, but he's not going to give you unbelievable pass rushing ability beating this man in front of him. The opposite guy, I got it. You got Donovan Ezeraku in year 2. He's going to be moved around in a more of a hybrid type role. Don't you think you need a pass rusher who can go get to the quarterback? I mean, that's my issue, Dan. That's a real issue for me, which is why I'm going to ask you, Dan, or whoever else wants to get in here. You could move up to 6 with Cleveland. Trade 12 and 20. Get 39 back. When I just got done saying that from 15 to 40, you're getting the same guy, right? Yeah, for the most part. And go get you if Bain or Bailey is slipped to 6. Now what are you thinking? Bain or Bailey? Does that raise your skirt a little bit?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, if they slip to 6, I would do a trade with the Browns for either one of them. Or, if not, then go ahead and try for Max Crosby, because another variable you have to think about. We know we got Dak for this year, but is he next season? Is he going to be be around for next season after this one?
Well, listen,
that's just the thought
I agree.
that came to my
This
head.
whole long haul BS. Every team has a 3-year window. I'm sorry, this is the NFL. That's how it is these days. I'm hearing myself. I gotta mute them. This is how it is these days. Every year, every team, unless you don't have a starting quarterback, even if you are going to draft one this year, let's say you're the Raiders, you got a 3-year window. This is the NFL. Dallas has to win. Eagles have to win. You're already hearing the whispers. This is a huge year for Jalen, right? So this is a huge year for Dak Prescott. You're going to have George Pickens. There's going to be no excuses. You can't have another 7-win season. You have to upgrade the defense, people. You have to. And if you draft McCoy, who may not be ready to play, and you draft a Falk or a TJ Parker, then in my mind, you have not drastically upgraded your defense. So, Messidor, maybe that would be good. That's why you're seeing the dream scenario, Caleb Downs and Messidor. Then that's a little bit more exciting for people. But that's a tight window of opportunity there. Now, you talked about, Daniel, you talked about the edge rusher out of UCF. Talk about him because Malachi Moore, right?
Malachi
Lawrence. Yeah, give me a scouting report. I'm gonna hate to put you on the spot, but give me. I'm gonna look him up here while you're talking about him.
So the only scouting report that I can give out is that he's 6'5" or 6'6", and he's very quick off his feet, and he can get through the trenches like no other, and he can be an elite pass rusher if you put him in the right system. And I think that's probably what Christian Parker is looking for in terms of an edge rusher. And I think it would be very wise for Dallas to consider him. Let's say if all of the players are out at 20, or you just trade back and get a second round pick and land him there, because you never know. I mean, there's some diamond in the roughs in this draft that could become potential stars.
Yeah, first look at the player. Lawrence has the tools to be a traditional rotational 3-4 outside backer, but inconsistencies in both strength and weakness may limit him to a flash role player. 6'4", 250. He's 22. Malachi Lawrence, edge out of UCF. I like the player. I do. Again, he's raw, but, I guess, okay. I'm have my eye out. If you want to go with a raw player, I have my eye out with a Mason Thomas out of Oklahoma.
I've heard about him too.
That's the guy I'm looking at, but he's going to be in that position where I think he would fit fantastic in Christian Parker's defense. He's about 6'2", 250, but he brings explosive traits from his track background, giving him pass rush upside despite size limitations. He projects as a situational contributor. Again, this is what you're getting outside of the top 15, everybody. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Now, I will touch on Zion Young. Again, I've heard good and bad things. His size is phenomenal. 6'5", 262. Zion Young out of Missouri. Young is a well-built, high-effort edge defender who brings consistent energy and strength in the run defense. His overall athletic limitations may cap his pass rush production. Again, not a guy who's going to beat a guy and go get to the quarterback per se, right? I'm just saying it. Cassius Howe, I think we're all out on him. No need to go down there. To me, it's Akeem Mesidor. Okay, this is the guy that would be the dream scenario at 20. But if we're wiped out, he may be our pick at 12. 6'3", 280. He's 25. Again, we haven't drafted a guy this old since Terrence Newman. Mesidor will be one of the older prospects in the class, but his pass rush traits and technique stand out. He projects as a top 50 pick with an impact role as a 3-4 outside backer. He will fit. So if we're not in the market to move up and get Bain or Bailey, I don't think we're going to move up for Downs unless it's a short, just to 11. I don't think they're moving up for Downs. I think they're moving up for an edge rusher. If we're not going to do that, then Akeem Mesidor may be the pick at 12. Are you going to be okay with that? In no particular order.
If we think that Mesidor is going to be the pick for us at 12 or 20, and if they think that they can unlock his potential, if they can unlock his potential, I wouldn't see why not to get him. But again, at the same time, like I said before, you're taking a risk, and the Cowboys don't need to be taking risks. If they want to win now, they need to get win now players.
That's what I mean. This is why I'm kind of like move up to get the studs. I think if you get up to 6, you'll get one of them. You'll get one of the edge rushers. I truly believe one will be there at 6. Probably Bain. If I said we're getting Bain, well, now I think that's exciting. What's up, Momo? How you doing? You're muted.
I'm well.
Yeah? You ready for your train ride to
Yeah.
You got that now? How long of a plane ride is that going to be?
The train.
I mean, yeah, that's what I meant.
It's about 4 hours.
Nice.
Ain't that bad? That's not that bad.
That's not horrible. It's not.
Yeah, I leave here about 10 something. and get there about 2:23.
That's not too bad. That's not that bad. Shit, I was gonna play something.
Yeah, it's just Mark. I love Mark. Is interesting the fact that he's milking this up, talking about he's gonna have head counseling headphones, knowing that you can't wear headphones driving down the road. I don't know why he even said that. He want to get arrested. Want to get stopped.
Well, this is here. I'm going to play this for you, everybody. This is for Momo. Just look at your screen. This is Mr. Anti Chuck Norris. There you go. Anti Chuck Norris just cleaned house right there.
Okay, so we go. So that's got to be AI. Here's a question.
It's
Every
obviously
classic
AI.
movie you show, and you show how really slow this motherfucker really is. This man is slower than molasses on a rainy day. I'm just saying.
He took out Jack and Rose.
Come on, he was lighting up everybody.
I hope y'all love that shit because Chuck Norris is a average martial artist. He was when he got older. He was slow. He was just slow. I can give you the history.
Well, it's because he got older.
That's another stuff. That's for my channel.
He's dead, so yeah, it's all good. I was just messing with you. I found that today. I'm like, I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, that's that's AI.
I know it is.
Anyway.
Obviously, he took off ET's head. Yeah, we know.
I know. I know, right?
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah. You would laugh at that.
I love ET. Don't get me wrong. I think I'd have to go ET over Chucky.
Hey, all my life, never seen ET.
Shoddy drafting Drew Aller from Penn State, says Bleed. I like Drew Aller. He may not. You may have to get him higher than. I mean, if Drew Aller came out last year, he may have been a
Lord
top.
Cowboy, how you doing?
He may have been a top 2 pick. Loyal, you ready for the? I got the stream set up. Are you ready for WrestleMania?
Yep, I'm ready.
Hell yeah.
Okay, can I say something real quick about that? I'm just gonna say something. The Pat McAfee stuff and what happened last night with CM Punk dropping and going after TKO, that was WWE saving face, saying we fucked up by bringing Pat McAfee in.
Yep.
That's all that was about.
Did you see?
They not gonna lower ticket prices.
Did you see CM Punk talking about The Rock too?
Yeah.
The Rock's going to show up too.
He went in on that.
Yeah, and he talked about Vince when he said, "You
Rock's
ate
gonna
shit."
show up and give him a receipt now.
You ate shit. And he was saying about when he was talking about eating shit. You let that old man have you eat shit. He was talking about Vince.
The Rock's gonna give him.
Rock's probably going to bring his.
He lied. He lied about the Rock. Rock ain't no movie star no more. Rock is nowhere an A-lister or a movie star.
Well, he's got his own liquor now. I saw him
Nobody cares about The Rock no more. He ain't making no movies anymore.
Alcoholic beverage.
He was making good movies. Now the movies are bad. Hey, nobody cares about The Rock no more. I know I don't. Ever since that thing he did with WrestleMania 41, when he didn't show up for WrestleMania 41, and they got him to sell tickets.
What do you really think about it, Momo?
They got him to sell tickets at the Elimination Chamber to bring. He came to Elimination Chamber to say what he said to sell tickets.
Momo.
And now WrestleMania still ain't gonna be sold out.
He hijacked him. Yeah.
Momo. What do you
Yes,
really
sir.
think about it, Momo?
Nah,
it doesn't matter what you think. No,
Exactly.
I was trying to tee it up, but nobody was.
And Momo, about the head canceling phone, what makes you think Mark's going to be the one driving?
No, Mark has to be in control. He has to drive.
Mark Holmes, he's gonna be doing live streams while he's driving. Well, hello, good people. He go somebody else
I already got the live stream
You got
set up
Momo
for
in the back going. Mark
Saturday,
question.
everybody. Next Saturday, it's like 5:45, so make sure you're ready to go early.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna reach out to you. I just hadn't gotten there yet.
I like the back. I like the picture you created, man. That was pretty cool.
You liked it?
Yeah, I like it.
Snakes in the ring.
It was cool. It was cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I don't know if I overdid it. I don't know.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
so
fun.
I'll make it a channel member, but we'll definitely. I sent the card to Loyal, so I have night 1 and night 2. But that's for the 18th, everybody. Me and Clemente, I'll be working during the day, Clemente. But
that theme song for WrestleMania is gonna be the Dallas Cowboys theme song next year.
Is it?
We back in the saddle again.
We back in the saddle again.
We're gonna be back in the saddle again.
Can I be honest here? Yeah. I mean, right now, as of this present day, and how is it constructed right now for the Dallas so-called Cowboys and so-called Miracle State? Y'all don't have nobody there to rush the quarterback right now at this moment. Is that not true?
We're gonna be back.
I don't know if we don't have anybody.
Sam Williams
we went out
is
and
not
got
going to
Rashawn
do.
Gary.
Sean Gary is not a rushing of the passer.
He had 7.5 sacks last year, so he can.
Early on in the first part of the season.
I'm not
I
here
bet we're better than you.
I'm not here to say he's the best thing since sliced bread, but he fits into what he needs. We just talked for the first. What time is it? Almost an hour of the show about either drafting or trading for one. So we get what you're saying.
Okay, let's talk about you on the other side of the other side of the line.
Okay.
Yeah, the ex-Jet.
Who's that? The Quinton Williams?
Yeah, Williams. If you look at his history, just look at him. I'm just saying, I went over there with Dan, and Dan kind of agreed with me what I said.
What did you say?
I talked to Dan about this.
Really? You sell
I looked at his history since he been in the league. His numbers has gone down. He ain't the same player he once had 12 sacks. He doesn't have his numbers.
Quinton Williams is a top 5 defensive tackle.
No. His sacking the quarterback. You agree with me, Dan? Now you up here trying to
defensive
change what you
tackles
said.
Aren't paid to get a bunch of sacks. They're meant to clog the middle.
First year he had 12 sacks. He's not the sacking. He had a bad year last year. I'll be honest with you, he had a bad year. He didn't have the normal.
You don't get those type of D tackles, Momo. To sack the quarterback.
Lloyd, I didn't ask you to come up.
Don't start with your stuff, Momo. Defensive tackles are them type of defensive tackles are for run stopping.
If stopping the run, he'll be fine.
What's going on game time?
What's going on, Lloyd? How you doing, brother?
On game time?
You all right, man?
All I'm saying, as far as stopping the run, he'll be fine. Or stuffing the run, he'll be fine. But if to ask him to sack quarterbacks on that defensive line, y'all don't have anybody. That's all I'm saying.
Who do you have right now, Mr. Momo?
We have?
Who's your edge rusher right now? You haven't gotten
We had Luffy. I can name all our players.
Your edge rusher.
We got Payne. We got so many players.
Edge rusher. Nobody. You don't got nobody right now.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
No, you don't. Who's your edge rusher right now?
Every play I want to know.
This is
a quiz. This is a quiz to see if you're a real Commanders fan. Name every player.
Name every player.
No, I just asked for an edge rusher. You are in desperate need.
We just signed Mo. I can't remember that African name. We got 2 Africans on the front line. I can't remember their names.
I know.
And we got Payne, and we got Zavon. I think his name Taylor Zavante. I can't remember his name right now. But we have players, and we got Luffy who comes in like that. So we have a rotating players. So you could joke and clown me all day and say I don't know my team. But like that, I guarantee you when this draft ends, you will know.
Back in the saddle again.
Man, that W stands for whatchamacallit.
Hey, Loyal, did you see my new theme song for Washington football team? You hear my new theme song?
Oh, was it my quarterback?
No. Happy days are here again.
Ooh, that smell.
No,
That
it's what I.
smell that surrounds me.
I can't play it on game
I
time
hadn't heard
because
that song
copyright. I
in
don't want him to get
long
copyright.
That's the song I think of. I'm just glad I'm not going to be in the car with you and Mark. God, but that's going to be a lot of hot
I'm gonna
air.
love to see Mark's live streams with Momo in the car. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna. Yeah, go
Game
ahead.
time. Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, here we go. Did you do that on
No,
purpose?
it's not. It's not on Momo. It's not on Momo. I just want to speak about the defensive end position.
Yeah, what's your thought about that?
See, the thing about the defensive end position, that defensive end position is also the outside linebacker.
Yeah.
So that person who they put there has to be able to drop back and play zone coverage at times. So they can't just look at a defensive end to be a pass rusher. They need that defensive end to be able to pass.
Do you have
rush
a name for me then? Like a young guy that I mean, I brought up Falk and TJ Parker. Do you have a name for me then that we could possibly look at? Is it Malachi Lawrence? I mean, is it somebody like that? I mean,
Marshawn Gary, that's the only person they got.
No, we're talking about in the draft. Let Lloyd talk, please.
See, doing that right now, they can do both. If they trading up, is Arvell Reese. A lot of people know how Arvell Reese, some are not, but that's the only one I can see that's able to do both without a problem.
Now, if I told you that Arvell Reese just bought a house in Dallas, which is true, he just bought a house in Dallas. Why the heck, if you're going to go to the Jets, would you be buying a house in Dallas?
That doesn't make sense.
That would be great.
He probably use the same realtor that Zeke probably hooked up
He's got. Let me get to the super chat real quick. Dirty Sanchez with the super chat. Momo, I hear you have a drawer full of crotchless underwear that you wrestle in, but you weren't crotchless until a week after you were born. You worn them. Oh, okay, I got you. He basically said you wore the crotch out, Momo.
Yeah, that's interesting. His jokes are just as corny as his face, so I don't want to.
He seldom wears underwear, and when he does, it's usually something unusual.
Commando. He's a commando.
Name the movie. What's up, Michael Rizzo? How you doing? Yeah, see, I'm with you, Lloyd. Before we start the mocks, I'm with you. Is that Christian Parker wants a certain guy? Just like I was telling Dan, I think it was Dan, yeah, about Rodriguez, the Texas Tech linebacker, that he may not fit in our scheme because he does not. He has shorter arms and he will not drop back into coverage. Right? He's just a up the field run stuffer, great instincts, but he can't drop into coverage. That's not what he does well. So everybody's getting caught up in names, Lloyd, but what's your thought on that?
Well, I think if they're able to get Anthony Hill or Josiah Trotter, those are two
That's
that
who
they're
I
going to
want.
choose from.
I want
because
Trotter.
of the fact that they're able to play in coverage.
Right.
Jacob Rodriguez, I'm a fan of Jacob Rodriguez.
I love him, but
do he
we're
fit
honest,
Christian Parker's system?
Right. Bingo.
No.
That's my thing. Exactly. I love the player, but this is what scares me with what we're doing. Not saying it can't work, but it is. We're going away from good ball players to fit a scheme, right? Look at Zach Bond, for instance. Zach Bond was a journeyman until he got into the Christian Parker scheme, and then he made the Pro Bowl. Now he's a stud linebacker who drops back. He's a bigger guy. Kind of reminds me of Arvell Reese. It's funny you brought him up, but I don't. That's where I see Arvell Reese doing that, not lining up on the edge. See, I get annoyed with that, but the fact that we're running a 3-4, it wouldn't be a Micah Parsons situation because you're constantly hearing people say Arvell Reese could be Micah Parsons. We don't want that, right, Lloyd? We do not want. No. You want him to do what you were talking about, right?
Right. Exactly.
So
Michael Parsons, yeah. I mean, we drafted him to be a linebacker, and
stumbled into it. Yeah.
Yeah, and when DeMarcus Lawrence got hurt, and Dan Quinn made him defensive end, and saw how easy it was for him, I think that made him lazy to me. just playing defensive end and rushing the quarterback. That made him lazy, and he was comfortable.
People figured him out too. I mean, look how many times he got pushed around.
Yeah,
true.
I mean, he went up against what's the Eagles. I mean, I hate to admit it, but they pushed him around like a bouncing
Well, they
bowling
did.
ball.
Well, they knew how to scheme him up.
Well,
San
double
Francisco
te-
did
they
too.
finally started double teaming him.
Guy.
But see,
Yes,
that's
that too.
not,
It's
yeah.
like
With
it's like
double
Brian
bodies
Tyler
Niners
too.
did
said,
also.
if he got a good angle on you, he could get you. But if he didn't have a good angle, he was nothing.
But yeah, see, again, when you have a 3-4 defense, it's interesting how the edge rushes work. It won't be your traditional edge, which is why I brought up Falk and Parker. Not that anybody loves these players. They're going to get drafted high, people, because of their ceiling. I was just asking, if you guys don't want to go up and get your guy, well, hey, listen, Lloyd brought up a name in Arvell Reese, who I think can fall. He won't fall to 12, but he can fall into that 6 range because of he's an interesting cat who's not going to be your traditional edge rusher. You may see Bain and Bailey possibly go over him because they are more traditional edge rushers. If you're the Jets, do you really want? I mean, I don't even know, Lloyd. Do you think that the Jets? That's a good fit for them to get Arvell Reese? I don't know that it is.
Not with the defense that
Can
they're
I
playing.
comment on that?
Well, as soon as Lloyd's done, yes.
Not with the defense they playing. If anything, David Bailey fits their scheme more than Arvell Reese.
Yeah. Michael Rizzo, Game Time. Are you in prime time going to the draft in Pittsburgh? Yes, we will be there, Michael. Yes, brother, we're going. Phil will return. He'll make his long-awaited return Friday night. We're doing a show on Primetime Studios on Friday night, so everybody, just to let everybody know, he will be back. So he appreciates everybody's saying prayers. So go ahead, Momo. You're up, brother.
Here's what I would say about the Jets in general. The coach of the Jets need to make a splash. He needs to get that player y'all referring to because he has no options.
Yeah, he can take David Bailey though.
Yeah, I'm just saying. And what I'm saying is that all I'm saying is that anybody he gets, he's going to embrace them. Because he needs everybody. He basically sold his team, all his players away, basically. So I mean, hey, he had a fire sale. He had a little fire sale. Right now, he needs anybody he could get. Whoever comes first, whoever comes second, it doesn't matter. For his sake, he needs it because his job is in jeopardy.
David Bailey is the best pass rusher in the draft, hands down.
Right. I'm just saying. He might get Bailey. He might get the gentleman you speaking of.
Yeah. Again, we have like
Reese
2
might
weeks.
still there.
I like Reese, and I think in our new scheme, I think he would be the coveted guy. But again, when you're seeing him at 2, you kind of like out of sight, out of mind. Even though Dallas talked to him. Dallas brought him in. Chris Dooley with Super Chat. What's up, Chris? Miss you, brother.
And Chris, that's what I said on my live.
Let me read the Super Chat. Forgive Momo. He can't speak much for our team. The end is much improved with the 4 new additions added. We are in better shape than you think, but not having a true number 2 wide receiver is more of an issue. Chris, yeah, I forgot you guys got Owe and Agba.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you didn't say it. You were like,
You said you can't pronounce his name.
Yeah, you said we got.
You are good, but all I was trying to say is, Chris, when he's saying that Dallas has nobody, when that clearly isn't the case. Then
I said you ain't got nobody to sack to go after.
We have Rashawn Gary, who's going to be just fine. Do we need another one? Yes, and we have time. Everybody,
I can.
Yeah,
can I have a rebuttal over that?
Well, you could try.
I'm going to rebut 2 things real quick. First of all, Chris, what I said. I was trying to say, maybe I didn't say in the words you put it in. We do have a good defense end. We do need a number 2 and a number 3 wide receiver. We don't have that. That's my goal. I don't care about you. Like, if we get a wide receiver in this draft, fine. If we defer and get a defensive end or a safety, fine. I'm looking at best player available. It doesn't matter to me to say that I forgive me. No, I knew what I was saying, but the words didn't come out the way I wanted to come out. Shit, I'm 64 years old. I forget shit. I stumble and mumble and do all kinds of dumb shit. So, end of the day, Washington's gonna be fine. And the
No, I
second,
know they're going to be fine. I'm not saying they're not. I'm
they're gonna be
just
fine. We're
saying,
gonna get our wide receiver.
you know,
Jayden Daniels. I go tired of defending Jayden Daniels. Y'all can talk.
Momo, wait for you go to your next point because you for some reason you sounded like Jerry Jones because you said that when you started talking before you said that I can't pronounce their name. You did say I know my players on my team.
I do know my players on my
listening.
team.
So we was listening for you to name
No,
those
but I
players.
do know my players on the team. I was naming the players. Then I said, so to keep naming these ridiculous African names, I said we got 2 African guys. I didn't. I'm sorry. I mean, I wasn't born there. Your parents named you these ridiculous names. I can't help that. They ain't on me. That's on your parents.
You're disrespectful.
No.
Why did you just admit I can't pronounce your name? So like,
I mean, the truth is the truth. Hold on. This last point I want to make to you, Lloyd. How many times do African Americans name their child these dumbass names, and you and me can't pronounce what the fuck they saying? How many times that happened? And then you gotta decipher.
Okay,
and
everybody's gonna
you tell me what your child's name
everybody.
is.
I'm gonna
Nobody's
go
gonna
out on
buy
a
it.
limb here. I'm gonna go out on a limb.
Nobody's gonna buy it.
Jesus better not come back before the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. I'm gonna be fucking
I'm
pissed.
just saying.
Man, you know that's the soundbite of the night. That's the soundbite of the night.
You probably won't be able to
The
pronounce my
soundbite
kid's
of the
name.
night.
Yeah, I know. Names for life. But anyway,
that was good.
He said Jesus Christ better not
We'll
come back.
agree with that, Kim.
Hey, but guys, hey, listen.
Go ahead, David.
No,
go ahead. We go. I'll say that for another day.
Yeah. No, I was playing a clip while Momo was ranting. Momo, don't talk about names, Momo. Come on, that's not as bad as Kleb. Come on now, Kleb. We all know.
Yeah, what Mark said the other day.
I was right. You got
Momo, you have no room
God.
to talk. You called them cab.
Yeah, you did.
No, Mark said clam down.
Callaway, huh, Airport Momo?
He said clam down
All
today.
right, here we go.
Mark said clam down today, so y'all can't get on me. He said clam down today, so
we're
stop
gonna
it.
do a Dallas draft, and then we'll do an Eagle draft. Okay, Eagles draft dumbass names like Momo. Thanks, Drew. We're gonna let the computer pick for everybody, and we're just gonna do Dallas so we can kind of get a grade. Then we'll go back and do the Eagles, and then we'll do it for the Giants, and then we'll do it for Washington.
Drew, if you go and do a super chat and say dumbass names like Momo, that call for you to do a $10 super chat. Don't be so cheap.
I like that. I like that. I agree. No, I'm joking. All right, let's start the draft here. Again, I only picked 4 rounds, and this is going to be computer up until Dallas. So let's see what happens. All right, let's just look, everybody. Mendoza, Reese went 2. Sonny Styles went 3. Ruben Bain went 4. Malwangoa went to the Giants. Jesse, I think you guys have a good offensive lineman there. Jeremiah Love goes 6. David Bailey, you get another edge rusher at 7. Mekhi Lemon 8. Delane 9. Dylan Thieneman 10. Caleb Downs goes 11. Not that Miami would take him at 11, but again, here we go, everybody. We are sitting here
Not on the board. Scroll down. Let's see.
What's that?
Scroll down a couple.
All right. We got
offense.
We got Carnell Tate, Spencer Fano, Monroe Feeling, Kenyon Sadiq, Lone, injured Jamon McCoy, no to CJ Allen. He's not going to fit our system. Jordan Tyson, Akeem Messador. This is what I'm talking about, everybody. You see this? So who are you taking? Who are you taking here?
I don't. I would be trading down.
Okay.
I would trade down at
I'm
this
trading.
point.
Yeah, I'm trading.
All right. So 15. So that's the next team that wants us. 15 and 19. So let's say if you go 15, let's see what 19 has before we pick 15. 19 has 19 and 51. So if we go to 15, okay, I don't know if we can get 15 to 46 for 12. That's probably not going to happen. Okay, so we dropped 3. So Spencer Fano, Kenyon Sadiq, and Carnell Tate went. And we got we got pick 46 like in the second round. So
McCoy's there.
so now who you taking? You got you Lone. I think they would go Messidor here.
Ooh. Funny.
I don't know.
Is McCoy still there? Because they might
there.
go.
He's
McCoy
there.
or Messidor, yeah.
They
He's
might
there.
go McCoy.
You want to go
McCoy's
McCoy?
injured, isn't he?
Well, he may not be ready, but I don't have a
No,
problem.
stay away from him. Stay away from him.
I would
you want the
realistically, I
X-Men?
don't know about McCoy because they've been really saying they don't want injured players.
It's easy. Allen's got.
That's what I'm saying. This is what you could be possibly looking at, everybody.
DJ Allen, he might be.
No,
He
they're
has some
not.
injury
I
stuff,
like him.
heard.
They're not picking Allen. I already know that. He doesn't fit in what Lloyd was saying either. I would
Might as
think,
well go.
Is Woods too far down?
yeah, I would think they're going to
Really?
go with the edge rusher people.
Yeah, you might as well
Really?
pick him game time.
I think
You might
that's
as
what they're
well
going to
get
do.
Messidor. You might as well.
I think they're going
Warren's there,
Messidor.
too.
At least you don't get him at 12. You got yourself a second round pick and you get him. Okay, so you take Akeem Messidor. Let's just look and see what happened. McCoy went to the Jets. Ione went to Detroit, who I really liked. Monroe Freeling to Minnesota. Jordan Tyson goes to Carolina. We are on the clock at 20. Again, we're looking at the same guys. I'm thinking
Picking Warren.
I'm thinking Avion Terrell. I think they want a corner.
Yeah,
Think so?
I'll take Avion Terrell.
Might as well.
Who's the next edge rusher or corner after him?
Well, we got Terrell, and then we got
You got Colton Hood.
Colton Hood.
Yeah, you got Colton
D'Angelo
Hood.
Hines.
Dallas to bring in Chris Johnson out of San Diego State. But again, that's a little early for him. I think they like. See, what they're looking for, everybody, is a guy to come in and be able to play the nickel and the slot right away. I think Avion Terrell does that exactly for you. He ran a slow 40 because of a hamstring. Again, he doesn't have a lot of length, but he is a very sticky corner. I think that's what they would probably do, everybody.
Go for Terrell then.
I would go with Terrell.
I think that's what they would do. Whether I'm just, So, all right, so okay, we got Terrell. Let's just quickly, let's just show everybody what they did for the Eagles. The Eagles got Keldrick Falk. Again, we just talked about that. That's a type of guy that the Eagles are going to want. Omar Cooper went to the Steelers. Falk, Cassius Howe went to the Browns. Just looking at some of the. Proctor goes to the Bills. T.J. Parker drops and goes to Houston. Again, not far, Dan. Right behind us, where I thought they would go. Peter Woods went 33. Lee Hunter, 34. Cisse and Hood went 37 and 38. Chris Johnson goes 41. R. Mason Thomas, the Jets are killing it, goes 44. Jacob Rodriguez goes 45. The pick right before us. We are on the clock at 46. We took an edge rusher and a corner.
If Anthony Hill is there, you take him.
I'll take Anthony Hill.
Or Trotter. Either one.
Let's look at positional. Let's see who's there. Again, I'm not so much worried about their rankings. They got Golday, Josiah Trotter, Lewis, and Anthony Hill. So it doesn't matter to me. Lloyd, who do you think Dallas would want more? Hill? Now, supposedly they met with Hill for dinner, but supposedly after that, they didn't say they were jumping up and down. Trotter, 6'2", about 240. He's physical, downhill linebacker, best suited for a 3-4 scheme. Must improve in his coverage.
That'd be funny.
I like Trotter.
That'd be funny.
Anthony Hill, 6'3", about 240, basically the same guy. Hill is a strong athlete with good length who best fits the will linebacker, and he's 4'3". He can play in space and avoid a consistent. So he may be more like a Zach Bond, but again, I kind of think Trotter myself.
Trotter.
Try to spike the Eagles.
Yeah,
Try to
try
spike the
Trotter.
It's not about nothing to do with the Eagles. We got to worry
I
about
know.
ourselves.
Yeah,
I know.
Trotter plays like his head is on fire. You take Trotter.
Dirty Sanchez. Momo got fired as a gynecologist because he would always tell the woman open wide and say, ah. Alrighty then, Dirty Sanchez. Thanks, brother.
Well, actually, he's better. Allegedly, he's better than his brother, Isaiah Trotter.
Oh, I didn't know who we're talking about.
Jeremiah Trotter.
Okay, so we are up again. I'll go back and look. I'll show you what the Birds did. Sorry, everybody. Let's see here. The Eagles took in round 2 Malachi Lawrence. There you go. Birds went with Falk and Malachi Lawrence. I don't know that I see both of that.
They went double dip.
I was hoping he fell to third.
Yeah. But we picked our third round picker, or no. Oh, no, we took Josiah with that second round pick. Right now, we're sitting here with Akeem Messidor, Avion Terrell, and Josiah Trotter. I only did 4 rounds, so we got 2 picks coming up. I think we're looking pretty good. So we are on the clock, everybody. We are on the clock at 92, okay? Best available. You want Garrett Nussmeier, Drew Aller? They are there. But outside of that, what position are we looking for? Do you guys know?
Don't we need something on the O line, like where
What
safety? What safety
about Kamari Ramsey out of USC?
Yeah, let's look at this here. That's a guy who they like. Let's look at the best safeties on the board. Ramsey's gone. Ramsey went.
Ooh.
I think he went. Yeah, he's gone. Unless they don't have him. Let's see. Kamari Ramsey, where did he go? Yeah, Kamaru.
If he's gone.
Yeah, he went 75. So
if he's gone, I'll take Bud Clark.
Yeah, me too.
I'll take Bud Clark out of TCU.
You got Genesis,
I'll take Bud Clark.
You got Genesis Smith.
Of course, I wonder why.
Zakee Wheatley, who I know they like. Bud Clark. Bud Clark is 117. We have 112 coming up. So we could roll the dice to see if he's there. If you go best available, you got a center out of Florida there. You can go quarterback here and get Garrett Nussmeier. You could go Drew Aller. You could go with a wide receiver stud, a kick returner here. You could go with a tackle. I don't like him out of Miami, though. He's too big for me.
I would roll the dice.
How about Malik Muhammad?
Oh, well, yeah, him too.
Or,
he's still
let
available.
me give you 2 names.
Malik Muhammad out of Texas would be a good
Let
one.
me give you 2 names. Let me give you 2 names just for shits and giggles before we make a decision here. Let me give you 2 names, and right now on at least Pro Football Focus, their cards are touching right now. They are touching. Malik Muhammad. Now we did take a nickel guy who's going to come in, right? Malik Muhammad, who I know that they like, and Michael Trigg, tight end out of Baylor. Again, he's a lot of people love that tight end. I don't care. I think I know where I would want to go. I think I would want to go Muhammad, but Michael Trigg is a stud. Just to let everybody know, he's a stud tight end, 6'4", 240. He's a ball catcher. He has a huge wingspan. But do you guys want to go with Malik Muhammad and double down on corner?
Yeah, I'll go with Malik Muhammad.
I would go Malik
for
Muhammad, but there was also reports too that the Cowboys are looking at Eli Stowers out of Vanderbilt.
We'll see how. I know they met with Will Lee. I think we take. I think again, knowing the coach that we got, I say you take Muhammad here and you cross your fingers and hope that Bud Clark is there when we pick at 112. Let's just see. We took Muhammad. We are on the clock here. Let's see if Bud Clark. Zakee Wheatley was just taken.
Ooh.
So it looks like that Bud Clark has survived. Bud Clark, safety at a TCU.
Grab Bud Clark.
He is
Grab
on.
him.
All right.
You're
Here
on
we
the
go.
Y, Hallie.
Bud Clark. Now, all right. This is, I already did 4 rounds, everybody. Again, they're saying we should have taken Chris Bell, wide receiver over Jeremiah Trotter, but they gave us a B- for Messidor, an A- for, again, it's like they're only giving you grades based on when you take them, but just disregard that. We ended up with Messidor, Terrell, Trotter, Muhammad, and Bud Clark through 4 rounds.
That's a good haul. That's a good haul.
That's pretty good.
That's a pretty good haul, right?
I think that would be, I wouldn't say best case, because best case would be, probably Caleb Downs, Messidor.
Okay, question.
Yes, but see how if you trade down just one little move from 12 and leave 12, this is a good possible scenario.
Question real quick.
Yes.
Just I don't know if it'll ever happen, but what if Sonny Styles and Downs come down or are both available at when we come to 12? What would you do?
Well, that's not gonna happen, but
it's just out of curiosity.
I would probably go. I think they would probably go Styles. I think
between Styles and who? What you say, Holly?
Downs.
Oh, you say you think they would go with Styles?
I think Styles because they need linebacker. He's a stud, and this is a deep safety class, as we just saw. They like Kamara Ramsey. They like we ended up with Bud Clark. You got Caleb Downs. I don't think they're in on the Oregon corner. That I know they met with Wheatley at Penn State. So this is a deep safety draft. So I think they would go Styles.
Wouldn't you say that Caleb Downs is probably by far the smartest player in this draft?
Yes, he is.
And he can play safety, and he can play.
Yeah, I don't know what they would do. I would think that they would have a higher grade on Styles, but I think Styles is projected to go higher.
I like Styles.
Yeah, big boy. Yeah, very athletic. He could be that Zach Bond type player, maybe with a higher ceiling, just because he's Zach Bond wasn't a highly touted guy coming out. So. I don't know. I think we did pretty good there looking at that. That was just the first 5, the first 4 rounds. So let me share that picture again. Again, this is what we could do. We drop from 12 to 15, get our second round pick. Now, just remember when we picked Trotter, we could have had the Texas linebacker if we wanted. We could have. Bud Clark is another guy. I believe he's an older guy, right? Does anybody know? I think Bud Clark is an older guy. Let me look. I want to say he's 25 as well.
25, 26 maybe?
Nah, he's not 26. I think Bud Clark.
He's been there for a while.
Let me look at the big board here. Safety.
Hey, game time. Yes. I appreciate you having me. I got to go in here and check on my wife.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you later. We're about ready to wrap it up.
See you later, brother.
Good night,
do
Lloyd.
A couple more. All right, man. Bud Clark is. Where's his age at? Oh, he'll be 24. He'll play at 24. Wheatley's 24, so he's not like young. Genesis Smith, who I haven't heard them really talk to about it all. Ramsey's 21. AJ Halsey is 22. McNeil Warren, I know. Downs is 21. So yeah. All right, we're gonna do this again, and we're gonna pick the Giants. I know everybody's we'll go with the Eagles next. We'll have our Eagle people, and then we'll do the Giants, and then we'll get out of here. We'll let if Momo, I don't know if he wants to do the Y. He hates the draft. So.
I want to do my Giants.
All right, so let's pick. You know what? Let's do the Giants then, since you're here. The Giants are here. We'll go 4 rounds.
Pick Eagle. This is Drew.
Yeah. Well, here we go. The Giants are. Let's see. Let's start it. The Giants are on the clock here. Reese is gone. Bain, Mendoza, Malango. You're looking at Jeremiah Love, Sonny Styles, David Bailey, Caleb Downs, Delane, and Tate. Who you go? Styles.
Sonny Styles. Yeah, Styles.
Styles. All right. Let's just look and see who they had Dallas taking at 12. They had Dallas taking Delane, made it to 12. So we got Mansour Delane. So that's good. Washington ended up with David Bailey. So that seems like it's a common situation. The Eagles. Oh, we got Mekhi Lemon at 20. Eesh. No, thank you. When Messidor was on the clock, that's not going to happen. I mean, Messidor was on the board. That's not happening, everybody. Eagles got Caden Proctor, so that's good.
Ooh, not bad. That's surprising. Not bad.
And the Giants are on the clock. So you took a linebacker. You are on the clock.
Can I drop?
You could, but you got some good players there. You got.
Let's see.
You got
Concepcion.
You got Iron Acre there. Really good.
Yeah, Pregnon's there.
Come here, Pregnon. Come here.
I think Iron Acre, though, if you need a tackle. But, yeah, Pregnon's there. Okay. Let me want Pregnon. We'll give you Pregnon. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just see here. Let's just see what everybody else did. Yeah, so let's see. Where's Dallas? Dallas don't have a second. That's right. Either does Washington. Eagles took Chris Johnson. Wow. So Chris Johnson made it all the way down to 54. San Diego State corner. I like him. Eagles took Zachariah Branch, wide receiver, Georgia. There you go. That's Elijah Surratt, wide receiver, goes to Washington. From Indiana. I like him. And Dallas took Logan Jones, center out of Iowa. That's not going to happen, people. But that's okay. Eagles took Kayron Crawford, edge out of Auburn. Okay, you are on the clock. Jesse, you are on the clock right now. You've taken Sonny Styles and Pregnon. This is your last pick. Who would you like?
Let me see.
You want the best receiver there, or
yeah, let's see what the receivers here.
Yeah, I'm getting a call from Mark Holmes. Like he obviously doesn't have his bell notifications on. There you go, everybody. There you go. I'm live. I'm live, punk. I'm live. We'll give you the best. There you go. Let's
just... that low. We'll give you the best, whatever.
All right. AAB. Sonny Styles, Pregnon. There you go. You did fine.
Okay.
Now we're going to new mock draft. We're gonna pick the Birds. Eagles. Get rid of the Giants. Do 4 rounds. Bam. Start draft. Dallas took Omar Cooper and Jermad McCoy. Okay, I don't see that at all. Washington took David Bailey again. This is why I said, everybody, if we trade up to 6, there's a good chance we can get Bailey. Giants took Arvell. Arvell
nice.
drops to 5. So Eagles are on the clock. Eagles are on the clock. Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want?
Throw a couple picks down for him.
Yeah, I just want to pick Drew. So you're on the board. I'm trying not to do too many trades. Sorry, it was going pretty fast.
Somebody saying Warren.
McNeil
EMW.
Warren. Okay. All right, McNeil Warren it is. Bang. All right. Let's see here. Flyers won 5-1.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, they're in the playoffs. I'm just looking to see who went where. Giants went wide receiver with Chris Bell in the second.
I can take him.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right, you were on the clock at 54. Eagles took McNeil Warren with their first pick, so they don't need a safety. You got Keontae Scott there. You got Chris Brazzell.
They need a tight end.
Josiah Trotter's there. I wouldn't take Trotter. I would probably take, if it's me picking, I'm probably taking Keontae Scott. He already Dunker. He's
I like more.
Jennings Dunker. There you go. You got to tackle Jennings Dunker. Number 3, you got McNeil Warren and Jennings Dunker. You're picking again. You got Sutton and Trotter are sitting there.
Oh.
Zachariah Branch is there. Romello Height is there.
Drew saying Dunker.
We already took him. You already got him.
Oh, okay.
Give him the
Little
linebacker
Trotter.
Trotter.
Where's Trotter? Make the set.
You already got him, Drew. That's who you got. McNeil Warren and Dunker. McNeil Warren and Dunker. You already got him. I would probably go Danny Dennis Sutton. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go Sutton.
Oh,
Sorry. I'm going
Drew
Sutton.
saying Heights. Romello Heights.
Well,
That's the Texas Tech edge rusher.
Yeah, I don't see that. I think they go with the Penn State guy.
Yeah, I can see that.
6'5", 265. He's a 3-4 defensive end. He does have 4-3 flexibility. I don't know. All right, they want Romello, so we'll give you Romello Heights, kind of a tweener guy. Romello Heights, 6'3", 240. Shows pass rush ability with quickness, but must add strength. So, but you got him. You want him, you got him. Romello Heights. All right, Birds are on the clock again. Right now, you've taken McNeil Warren, Dunker, Romello Heights. You want your quarterback of the future? You want Drew Aller?
Please get me. Nussmeyer.
Michael Trigg, a tight end. I like him a lot. All right, a good tight end. All right, I'll give you Michael Trigg. There it is. I love him. And last, you got 2 more in the 4th round. McNeil Warren, Dunker, Heights, Trigg. So we can give you Carson Becht. Who do you want? Who do you want? I already gave you Trigg. Who do you guys want here?
I bet you Drew's going to say Beck.
Will Lee. I like Will Lee. Bam.
I was wrong.
Will Lee. And your final pick. Ooh, you've got McNeil Warren, Jennings Dunker, Romello Height, Michael Trigg, Will Lee. So you got one more pick. Get Emmett Johnson, running back. You could get Jalen Kilgore, another corner.
There's a tight end.
We already got a tight end for him.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. But who would you like, everybody? Isaiah World, I like him a lot. Dallas worked him out. He's a tackle, but you already got a tackle. I'm going to make the pick for you. We're going to go with Emmett Johnson, get you a running back of the future. Emmett in Philly doesn't sound right. They said you should have taken Messidor. Outside of that, you guys nailed it. A, B, B. Michael Trigg is a stud. Will Lee, B, B. You got a B for the draft. That is the Eagles draft. We will do another Giants and then maybe one Dallas and then get out of here, everybody. So there it is, everybody. Drink it in. That's not bad. So let's let's redo this puppy. Let's pick it for Washington. We'll do 4 rounds. Momo, you ready to go? And let's start.
I'll let just let the computer do it.
It's too late. It's too late. You're on the clock here. We're gonna give you a wide receiver. How's that? Or do you want a corner? Or I don't think you're getting downs. I don't think. Malangoa, you need a tackle. You need a tackle.
Yeah, we do need a tackle.
An offensive tackle.
Yeah.
All right. I think you're going a Carnell Tate here in this situation, but we'll give you Malangoa, the best tackle on the board.
We really do. I know they say that what the need is, but
let's see what Dallas got at 12 and 20, just for shits and giggles. Eagles took Cassius Howe. Dallas took Fano and McNeil Warren. There you go. Okay. Washington is on the clock again. This is your last pick. You don't have a second or a fourth. So Josiah Trotter is there. Do you need a linebacker?
We could get many as we can let's stack it up because I don't know about this defense right now. Let's wait and see.
Well, how about this? You get let's just go with Josiah Trotter. There you go.
Right.
So there you go, man. Analyze.
We do need a wide receiver, but
Yeah, I know. But you got Malangoa and Josiah Trotter. So again, I don't know if they will go Malangoa or Tate. I would hope they would go Tate for Dallas reasons, but we actually did the right thing in my opinion. And we went with, but you don't have a lot of early draft capital, so they may be in line to trade down possibly, but you'll get 2 good players.
Yes, I'm looking at the best available. I know what we need. We need a wide receiver, we need a defensive lineman, and we need a safety. But we'll see. Let's wait and see for me.
All right, last mock draft for the Cowboys. We're gonna let Dan do it. Let's see here. We got Arvell Reese goes 4. Reuben Bain, edge rusher, goes 5 to the Giants. David Bailey goes again to Washington. Dallas, Mansour Delane is on the clock. Dan?
Oh, I'm taking him.
Yeah, I think you have to. That's
you have to.
That's a lovely scenario.
Lovely.
Mansour Delane. We are on the clock again. We're looking at let's see what the trades are. We're not trading to 42, so we're going to stick and pick here. Jordan Tyson is on the clock. McNeil Warren. Avion Terrell. Again. T.J. Parker. Keldrick Falk. Peter Woods at 33. I don't think they're going to take. I think they would go probably. Now, we're not going to go with the corner.
No, because we already picked Delane at 12.
Do you go Jordan Tyson? I mean, geez.
Well, I mean, if he's the best.
Omar Cooper? Nah.
Probably would go BPA at 20. I'd probably go BPA.
How about Caden McDonald? We did trade we did trade our they were working out McDonald. I mean, we traded Osa. I mean,
yeah, well, you do need a defensive tackle. You do need that.
See, let's just go there and see. Let's just switch it up. I mean, what edge rusher? I mean, are we really going to take? Right? I mean,
unless Mesidor just left.
Yeah, he's gone. Mesidor went at 18. So, let's just take Caden McDonald and see what happens.
All right.
So we took Caden McDonald. Okay. So now, again, you get Delane and McDonald. Mm-hmm. We got 2 picks left. So assuming they don't trade at all, what are we looking at here? We got. We need edge rusher. I mean,
you probably
linebacker.
You probably need to get a linebacker at 92. I think.
Who do we? So we took Delane and McDonald. So we got a corner. We got a defensive interior. We need an edge rusher or linebacker. Edge rushers, there are the Crawford, not much. It's kind of, I think linebacker would be it.
Linebackers is probably your best option here.
Linebacker, we are wiped. We are wiped at 92 for linebacker.
Ooh.
Anthony Hill just went at 91.
Oh, wow.
This is what could happen, everybody. Again, we got nobody. We got Elliott, Deontay Lawson. Again, this is where I'm trading for Brooks. This is where I'm trading.
At that point, you trade for Brooks.
So I'm just going to take the best edge, which is Crawford. I'm just going to take him. Bingo. And then we'll see what's up next. 112. We took a corner, an edge, a defensive interior.
The bottom of the barrel.
Although I do like Harold Perkins Jr. out of LSU. I am very curious on him.
Are you?
Very curious. I think he's a stud of what he is.
I want to take an. I don't know, man. This is what could happen too. You know, we had like we showed the good, and this could be the bad here.
And the ugly.
There may be. I mean, let's see.
Tyreek.
Would you trade down on this one?
I don't know. Right now, safety is kind of picked. I think you just stick and pick. I might go another corner here. Hey, listen, I might just go with Garrett Nussmeier.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Go for it.
Might as well. I mean,
there it goes. All right. That's it for the mock drafts, everybody. I think we all loved our first one. You know, I mean, we could have taken
First one had
Tyson.
some good players.
But I mean, here we got Mansour Delane, we got Caden McDonald. So again, you really can't hate this draft either. So, but obviously, in that first one, we got everything we wanted. So, again, there it is, everybody. We got our mock drafts. You know, I don't know. I had a good time. Did you guys have a good time?
Oh, I had a blast.
Yeah, I did. I had a blast. I like the Mansour Delane kid.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm hoping he somehow falls to us. If we don't get, obviously Downs is good, but I think they would. I actually think. Here's a question for you: do you think Dallas would covet Delane over Downs?
Well, I feel like that your safety room is already deep as it stands.
Right.
I mean, you got Jalen Thompson, you got PJ Locke, you just brought back Hooker, you still got Elijah Clark, you still got Bell. I mean, your safety room is pretty deep. You need to work on getting your defensive backs filled in because we don't know if Deron Bland's going to be fully healthy. We know that Shabon Brevell is probably going to be a question mark as well. Kalen Carson, seatbelt Carson is what we like to do.
Airbag.
Yeah. So I think defensive back needs to be addressed in this draft. Whether it's just going after Delane or probably going after Malik Muhammad out of Texas. One of those two.
Yeah. I kind of want to be aggressive and go up and get a guy, or we're going to have to get lucky. That's what it's going to come down to. We're going to have to get lucky, and somebody's going to drop to us. But you saw when the Eagles get on the clock, like that 12 pick is harder than the 20 pick, if that makes any sense. That 12 pick could be very hard if we get wiped out, because then you're taking guys that are too early. That 20 is not so bad. Where the Eagles are drafting, there's a lot of guys you could go with. That's what I was saying. That the second and third round, it's beautiful. There's a lot of players there. So, know, maybe we could trade down with 12. If we do get wiped out, but somebody wants somebody, I thought that worked out perfectly. Just a few spots, get a second round pick, and
three spots made a big difference.
Yeah, I like
That's what I'm saying.
So, But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Tomorrow comes early. What's today? Tuesday, Wednesday? Yeah, we'll see about tomorrow night. We shall see. But either way, the draft is one day closer, everybody. I will talk to everybody later. Bye. See ya.
Later, guys.
Problem with this move?
Bye-bye, everybody.
Move. I mean, here's a team that needed a franchise quarterback. There were 2 out there. They have a chance at 2. They don't take them. They end up coming back into the picture to get Trent Dilfer. They take an outside linebacker, not even a true outside linebacker. Somebody has to learn coverage in Trev Alberts. They have Coriat, they have Harrod. They do have a hole that developed with the release of Dwayne Bickett. But to pass up a Trent Dilfer when all you have is Jim Harbaugh, give me a break. That's why the Colts are picking second every year in the draft, not battling for the Super Bowl like other clubs in the National Football League.
Who in the hell is Mel Kiper? My neighbor has more credentials than Mel Kiper, and my neighbor's supposed to.
What do you want to cover first, our players? Or
We'll argue until we read in the face.
Yeah, let's not talk about Micah because he's got a busted up. Hold on. Let's not talk. Let's quit talking about Micah because the bum has a busted up ACL. We won that trade. Fuck him. That's all I got to say.